What is up, everybody? We are back with some more StarRupture Let's Play. So in the last one, we did some exploring, and I was able to build the Mega Press. We got the valve, got it all set up. The valve is completely researched. So I built the... Go to the map here. I built the Mega Press to build the valve over here, but I also, over here at the helium, built another one. Because it's like 5 titanium deposits, so I went there and did that. And it made that go a lot faster. So we're going to go ahead and grab that. And we can now build storage depot 2s, which is awesome. So we need the nozzle for the large personal storage. But, good news, electronics. So we needed the electronic part. Well, somewhat good news. While I was building over there by the helium, I encountered a... what are those called? Like little storage drops things, little boxes. And I absent-mindedly opened it because I wasn't recording. And lo and behold, I had inside a electronic. So I just need to go get, 20 more ceramics, which I think I've got them still over here. And then we can start making the electronics to unlock whatever that was going to unlock. But yeah, so we need to work on the nozzle, we need to work on electronics. I'm assuming electronics is going to use wolfram. Just because the idea of that producing like a bronze looking material, I'm assuming that's going to be used for electronics. The valve, I'm assuming along the same lines as the nozzle along the same lines as the valve is my guess. So do I have ceramic still coming out of anything? It'd be down here. I think it was this one. Yes. Alright, and then actually I think we can research it in here, because I still got the recipe station in here. Fabricator, and boom. So fabricator is fully maxed, smelter is fully maxed. Still need that super magnet there. The nozzle, I need 30 of these heat-resistant sheets. How the hell do I make those in the furnace? Let's check that real quick. Because if it's using, like, ceramic, or, whatchamadoodles. Powder. There's titanium over here. Is there wolfram over here? Yes, because it's coming from over there. I was pulling it. Or was that the titanium I was pulling? I don't remember. That's wolfram. There's titanium over there. Okay, okay. So let's switch, we're going to switch this over to this. And we can also do that here too. Alright, this has ceramic sheets. Or calcium powder, I mean, perfect. And then I need calcium powder from here. Nope. Dang it. Build. Need to get rid of this line and this line. This guy can come to the middle. Alright, and then sheets. We're going to have to bring titanium from that side. The wolfram could come from over here. Was that just the raw ore coming from over there, though? Okay, let's build out a little bit then. Supported platforms. Why is that not working? The right-click method. Okay. So we need to smelt, then fabricate. So we're gonna put a smelter. down, down. There. Okay. And actually, I think then we can just go ahead and ditch this guy. Build a new rail to here. I need to set it up to do the... that was doing wolfram powder. It's a furnace, I don't need that. Wolfram bars. Fabricator. Alright, and this is going to be making wolfram plates. Unless I screwed that up and I've already got it smelting down there. No, it's just coming very, very slowly down the line. Alright, so, hang on, I got an idea. This should just get rid of the line, which is fine. And we're gonna put, maybe, this guy here. And we need to set it up for wolfram ore. You know, this might not be bad to do at the base either. Holy crap, how many stacks does that hold? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 16 stacks, so it holds 1600 wolfram ore. Wait, why are we not pulling now? Set it up over here maybe, will that help? So I have noticed it seems to get buggy when you put in a storage depot when you've already built something. Alright, so is that gonna run? Looks like it. Alright, so we can get that going, and then we need to get the titanium going. My god, if I had those for the helium, that would have been so friggin' amazing. I could have stocked up so much helium. Alright, let's get the wolfram ran where it needs to go. So we're gonna rail to... here. And then we're gonna put in a rail connector. Can this, dang it. Come on, get off the rock. Oh, that was stupid of me. Over here and around. Okay, we don't need this line coming in. So really this line can then be moved to here. We can then make this line come into here. This line's gonna have to come over. To make the ultra spaghetti. Okay, then we need titanium sheets. Alright, now they're coming over. So the titanium sheets... Let's go ahead and get this line set up. We're going to come out of here. So we need to change this to titanium sheets, as well as this. And we'll do it here as well. Alright, and then we can connect it to this line right here. So let's get rid of this. So we're going to build a base core over here. Build... Oops. Base core. And we're just going to say right there. That should now allow us to build the ore excavators. Build 2 of those. And we're just going to build this super sloppy because I really don't care. When they're... and one right next to it. These are going to need power, so I do need to take care of that. So crap, I guess I do need to... power... we'll put a wind turbine... to the side here. I should give this all the power it needs and then some. And then we want fabricators just right off the end of this. And then rails going into those. These are making sheets. Those sheets are going to feed into a storage depot 2. And then those are going to come down this way. Alright, we should see the sheets coming down the line, and we do. Alright, now I need to set up the launchers for the electronics. I need to figure out the valves, or the nozzles. Okay, so both of these are actually making stuff. Do I want to put down another? Maybe I should. Orbital cargo launcher. So we're gonna get rid of this line and this line. These are going to be doing these. Right? Oh no, these are making heat-resistant shields. Shoot. That was literally just so I could freaking research. I'm a dummy. Why didn't you guys stop me? I don't have a pressure tank yet either, so we're gonna need 80 of these. We're gonna let those fill. Are they doing their thing? Looks like it. Beautiful. Alright, that's made the fabricator. Do I have a fabricator over here? That's a furnace. That's a furnace. Fabricator's right here. What do I need for electronics? Wolfram powder. They're gonna have to be made over here. Gosh, dang it. How did I make... That's in the furnace, right? Nope. That uses the helium, so I have to rehook up the helium and the ceramic. That, God dang. So I really need to kind of rethink this whole setup. The Wolfram powder will be fine. I just need to get the heat-resistant shields. I need 80 of them, I think. 48. I could go set up the electronics. Well, no, I need electronics down here. I can go research the valve. Go research the valve so I can see what I need to do for it, because maybe the valve can be made at the other spots and I can get both going at the same time. What does each get me again? Let's find out. So electronics is going to give me the sulfur extractor and refinery. The other one's going to give me the large storage depot. Okay. So mega press, nozzle, boom. Alright, let's build a mega press so I can see what we need for this. So this is all titanium and helium. Okay. Well, we could pull helium from the one place. Okay. Oh, we need these stupid heat things too. That I'm making right now. So... I might leave these up. Alright, I should have enough to finish off that research. And then I really need to rethink all this. Boom. So we're just waiting on one item for that. And we're just waiting on one item for that. That's my food and drink looking. We need to make more of this. Nope, we're just gonna drink these one at a time. And then... So one thing I don't like, by the way, and I didn't realize this at the time when I made my, things I like, things I don't like video. If you are over the 100 health, like, because of my limb thing, I'm over 100 health, one of these, yeah. Every time you log in, it puts you at 100 health. Even if you logged out at that 125, you log back in, you're at 100 health. That needs fixed. Looks like we'll be able to upgrade these eventually. Jeez. Alright, so back to what I was doing. So how do I want to go about this then? think I want to make the electronics first. Is that going to be the... Electronics gives me the sulfur extractor, but I don't need sulfur for anything. And then nozzle. Okay, so I can continue building all this stuff here. How are tubes made again? Let's build a fabricator. Good lord, why did it build so high? Tubes are made with sheets and rods. Okay, so I could build those over at the other base. Filter in the helium from over there. Bring the heat-resistant sheets from over here. Bring them this way. Alright, so here's how we're going to handle that then. We need to, first off... we're going to... get rid of some of these bad boys to help reduce some of the core heat. Yeah, we're still like way overheated. Alright, so we need to keep... let's build some supported platforms just to connect the power. Alright, let's build a couple more wind turbines. Now we can get rid of you. That didn't help that much. Well, I guess we could also tear all this down. Let's reconnect. Extendable walkway. I wish we could get rid of these without getting rid of the platforms beneath them. Alright, so... what we're going to do... I'll get rid of this guy. Just make it easier to thread the needle. So these two need to combine. Just do the multi-rail 3. Or we just do one of these guys. And then we can go you to you, and you to you. We could then come over here, put in a double depot, the big depot. That comes up here, and it's going to bring those over. So we should see these start moving over from both sides. Yes. Put some in here. And then we start bringing the rail line over. Dang it. Rail. Needs to come this way. And I think we're going to need to build another depot just to be smart about this. Again, we're saying this is going to be for heat-resistant shields. That is now going to come over here. We're going to pause it here. Let's make sure those heat-resistant shields are indeed coming down. I think I see them. I do. They're right there. Okay. There's our helium, but I gotta reconnect it back there because I did disconnect it. So, let's get this part set up. So it needs to come to a mega press. Quit making valves. We're making nozzles. Tube titanium bars. I'm gonna grab the titanium bars from here. Tubes are made with those in sheets. Made with rods and sheets. So if I turn this to rods, we get rid of this furnace. We make it a fabricator. Nope, we need to just get rid of this thing. Alright, so you're going to be making tubes from rods and sheets. That is going to be fed to here. We need to get rid of this line. Yeah, of course.
I recommend finding a safer place.
Wait. Why did I do that? Let's get rid of this. And you can just straight connect to there. Right? Titanium bars are on the way. So that leaves just getting the helium. And yes, I know there's a heat wave coming. That leaves just getting the helium and the heat resistant sheets over this way. So we bring them around. Alright, we get inside. That's kind of our countdown. Alright, well, let's eat. So working on nozzles, like I said, that'll give us a large storage depot, which has 30 slots. Okay.
Raptura's core is unstable. Head to safety immediately. Warning. Extreme temperature detected.
Alright, so the next thing is going to be getting the helium over. Empty out some inventory. I do want to hold on to the helium. Let's get rid of some of this ore.
Great.
There's this stuff. Let's just dump here in the corner. Drop. Drop.
Planetary temperature
Drop.
returning to normal.
Need you to return to normal faster. Alright, that's good. So I've got the... Dang it. Oh, no. Oh, good, I can hop out of there. Let's fix that, shall we? Okay. Alright, so... Boom, boom. I was working on getting the heat-resistant shields over. So we're going to connect to here. We're going to bring this around here. Why can't I not build it there? Thank you. And then it's going to come to the outside line. Now for the helium. Let's come down here. So I've yet to find anything that the fire wave ore can be used for. Ooh, let's come up here. We can get down in that one cave again over here. Get some more glow caps and Whatchamadoodles. Come on. Get over there. Hurry up, hurry up. Down the hole. So let me reach through and grab that. Come on. Glow cap. Down, up, glow cap. So this is the other reason I kind of think they need to bring down some of the recipes. Especially like glow caps. It's hard to get a lot of these in one go. Especially when you look at how all the recipes need all of those. Like, it's like, meh. Okay, already did all that. Grabbed all that. I think I'm good to head out of this one then. Come on, thank you. Alright, so let's look at where the helium comes down the line. So it's coming down there. And originally I split it somewhere. Where the hell was I splitting it? Here. So we're going to disconnect that. We're going to put storage depot 2 like here, and then we could reconnect the other side if we want to. We're going to feed it into this back side. Then we're going to say helium. We're going to just drop in what we got. This can then connect to there. Come on. Forward. I don't know why you lose forward momentum sometimes when you build. You have to like go, I have to like push backwards and then forwards to go forward. So really then all I have left after I research these two things, because it looks like there's nothing left to research after that, is to go explore wherever that like engine looking thing is coming out of the ground. Alright, so let's give it a reason to pull the helium. And yes, I am going to keep it up on that. Come on, quit. Move forward. Thank you. So that is now going to come... this way, and then curve. And follow along. And then, do I need to come forward more to be able to get to come around? Yes. So we'll bring it to here. To here. There. Alright. And then that gives me the helium input. Sweet. So these need to be switched to nozzles. And then this goes to here. That helium is not moving down the line. Why? Why is it not? Thank you. Helium is hanging up in the air up there. All right. So is the helium coming down the line? Helium is the one I've had the most problems with when it comes to any of this crap. No. Why? Alright, so we're going to do this. We're going to delete this line. And connect to you. Delete this line.
A biologist placeholder dialogue.
Oh god, fatal error, no. And there's the crash. Son of a biscuit, so I gotta do all that again. That's annoying. Super annoying. But, yeah. You see what I'm doing. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'll just redo all that on camera, because I did not save at all during that. That's like 40 minutes down the drain. That sucks hard. Well, I think we're going to leave it there. I don't know if I'm going to come... Well... If I do another episode, I don't think I'm going to worry about researching the other two things, because they're not going to be needed at this point. We can't... There's nothing that we need the sulfur for. And there's nothing that I'm going to need the personal storage for. So I think what I will do then is, if I do another episode, 'cause that really annoyed me. I know they've mentioned that there's still no autosave yet. They've heard people are not happy about the lack of autosave. Ugh. Yeah. Annoying. But anyway, I think what I will do is I am going to call this one here, but in the next... I'm going to explore that thing. Now before I do that, I'm going to want a lot more ammo, I think. And I could potentially upgrade my gun further. So we come in here. War bonds. Where are my war bonds at? We can just go ahead and do that now. No, really, where are my war bonds at? By the way, if you didn't know, you are able to upgrade this stuff, or you can rename. So I can rename this one as ammo. So that says ammo there, you know exactly what it is. What would I want to upgrade on this gun? The sight? I don't want the 3x optics, I don't think. Or would I want this? Stabilization. Increasing movement speed. But you lose your recoil. There's more recoil. Let's just get the CCS sight. And put it on. So what's that look like? Looks a little better. I like that. Cool. Alright, yep. Alright, so save. Yeah, I cannot believe we had that crash. I mean, I can. I'm not faulting the game for it. It does make it less fun when that happens. But again, playtest is playtest, guys. So, yeah, next one, we're exploring that guy. And isn't there another, like, I don't think I can get to the other one, though, because it's, like, in the radiation zone. It's, like, this way, isn't it? Oh, we've already been to that, that's right. So, yeah, the next one, then, is that. So, we'll leave that for the next. I think we have to actually go through here to get there. Still need to look at what that question mark is. So, you know what? Let's finish this one then let's make our way to the helium. That way we're closer to where we need to be. Because obviously I do have a habitat over there. So let's make use of it. That way as soon as the heat wave kicks off, I can just run over because, yeah, we're there. Okay, we're still good on food and water. I might make those hydro things that I've been making, the big packs, even though again they're not cost effective. Just so I'm not having to slurp down like 8 of these stupid things. Really, I guess 4. I don't know. I am bummed by that crash. You know, I could have easily set up another factory over here. And then I'm not having to push the frickin' helium as far. That'd have been the smarter thing to do. But it's neither here nor there. That's for when the full release or the early access drops. I will look at doing something like that. It also puts it closer to the calcium too. So I could have calcium, helium, wolfram, and titanium all right next to each other. It's not a terrible idea. I guess I could also show you guys where I found that electronics piece. Because it is over here. Well, was over here. So we come down here. I can show you where I had the other Mega Press factory set up too. This is where I was making the other parts to make the valves. Anyways, right over here. This box right here is where I found the electronics. So there's the helium. There's that box. Alright, so. We're having to fend off more spiders? A little bit. Spiders kept attacking this place while I was building the valves. Let's come up here to the habitat. And then, yeah, so we're here. What we'll do is we'll just continue this way. We can check out that and then work our way up to behind that thing. Like I said, that was behind a barrier. That's behind a barrier. I'm assuming over there is too. But like I said, we'll check that out in the next one. We're going to call it here, guys. I need to work on grabbing some basic parts so I can make more ammo, but I'll do that off camera. So thanks for watching, guys. Next ones will be exploring. We will see you in the next one.